Hi guys. First, I've changed screen so that we okay, cool. Hi guys. This is Mansi, and I am from Audacity. Today we are doing an interview with Jesal Panda. He is one of the co-founders of Spicewing, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that and being an entrepreneur, and especially we're going to touch a little bit about being a first generational American entrepreneur. So, Jesal, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 25. I live in Suwanee, Georgia, and I'm one of the co-founders of Spiceman.
Cool. Okay, so what is Spice Wing?
So Spice Wing is a fast casual chicken wing restaurant that serves four different kinds of fries, all fresh, never frozen, natural chicken wings, and we also got chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, and chicken waffles.
I can vouch for the wings and the mac and cheese and all the appetizers. They're really good, guys. Um, but okay, so I have a joke for you.
All right.
I had to do this because it's like wings, funny, whatever. So, what do chicken families do on a Saturday afternoon?
Uh, I don't know. Like they die.
No. Okay. They go on picnics. Get it?
Oh wow, picnics. Good one.
Oh my god. Okay, so I guess like before we talk a little bit about Spice Wing, kind of tell us like I guess your background, like where you're from, where'd you go to school, like we want to hear it.
So was born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia. I used to live in Forest Park, south of the airport, and then I moved up and was raised in Suwanee, Georgia.
Nice.
Uh, I'm 25. I went to Georgia State and studied business management. And while I was in college, is kind of when Spice Wing started. And as I graduated, is what I continue to do.
Cool. So like what's the story behind it?
So the story, it's kind of a dumb story, but well, not very like one of those interesting founding stories, but me and my friends, my other co-founders, Kushal and Aman, his younger brother, we love chicken wings. And when we were still in school, we used to eat chicken wings like 3, 4 times a week. And Kushal coming from a food background with his family running and operating restaurants, he had always been thinking about venturing off into becoming an entrepreneur. So we got to talking a lot, and he was like, yo, what if we started our own, chicken wing concept? And this was way back in 2016. And I was like, I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Why not? And within a year, we started Spice Wings. We were just sitting in a car talking about this, and he's like, okay, let's start buying the stuff. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And that's kind of how Spice Wings started.
So where did like the spice come?
So the word spice came from, well, being Indian and whatnot, spices is in our like, culture. We use all different kinds of spices, but something that we've always known is that you can't get flavors without spices. And we thought, why don't we just call it Spice Wing, where you can get different types of spices that taste like a trip around the world and on your wings. So we have spices like Jamaican jerk, Korean barbecue, teriyaki, and America's favorite, buffalo hot.
Oh, that's my favorite. Oh, cool. Okay. So I guess like do you think going to school helped you like with the process of Spice Wing?
I think it did play a part in that. I wouldn't say that it was like extremely beneficial, that helped me a lot, but it was a great foundational base for me to have. I think, for school, a lot of people may not have opportunities like the one I was able to start. And school is a great way to start because you can get a lot of financial knowledge that you didn't learn from your peers or anybody around you. And, you know, it's a great way to get and meet people. I think when I think of college, I think of networking. I think, make as many friends as you can, make as many connections as you can, because it will take you further in the future. And maybe those connections can help you further your career later on in life.
Yeah.
But as far as it helping me, I mean, I did learn a little bit of things that did help me along the road throughout spicing, but most of that stuff I kind of learned from just growing up, watching my parents work in their own small business and things like that. I kind of picked up a sense for business at a young age.
Yeah, I feel like after graduation, after working, that's and starting Audacity, that's kind of when I realized
Yeah.
like being an entrepreneur was what I wanted to do. But
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody, but I do think it's a great way to go, forge
yeah,
your own path because in this country you have so many opportunities to do so and they incentivize entrepreneurship and small businesses are like the backbone of our economy and I think that if you want to go do it, you need to go dive in all the way because it is a lot of work, but if you're willing to do the work, you can have the potential for success is extremely high. You can go all the way to the success.
and like technology these days, or like you can really run a business like on your couch. So
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy, right? Technology's moving faster or advancing faster than, our own human race. Like if you look at it now, there's a lot of places that are using technology that are unfortunately taking away jobs from everyday working people. And it kind of sucks, but that's just the way society's moving. And, I think as society as a whole, technology will help us go into the next era of like our life, our
yeah,
existence, like AI's coming out, there's a lot of things going on with crypto. It's a crazy world we live in, especially post pandemic. There's a lot that's happened in the past year that has hurt businesses, but helped technology advance to even newer heights than we ever thought before.
yeah. Talking about pandemic, how was Spice Wing, especially with that being like in the restaurant industry? That took a hit.
Well, in the beginning, it was very rough. Like there was a lot of uncertainty. We didn't know what was going on. I mean, most everybody didn't know what was going on. January, February, we were like, okay, like it's going pretty well, and sales are looking good. And then, we're all watching the COVID and watching what's going to happen with it. And next thing you know, like come around literally around this time last year, they issued their first curfew. They were having lockdowns, and you know, everybody was panicking because in times like that, people just start buying whatever they can, spending whatever they can, preparing for the worst.
Yeah,
And you know, we were just hoping, it wouldn't affect our businesses, but as the coming months went on, you could see that throughout the whole industry of restaurants, they got hurt pretty bad because people were not leaving their homes. They were not going to work. And if they're not doing any of that, they're definitely not coming to go spend money to eat out. And so we had to find a way to pivot. And luckily, we had already kind of planned for something like this, not knowing that there would be a pandemic. But we already had a digital platform with our online ordering and our app that was available. So, as far as having a drop in business, we saw a slight dip, but we were able to keep our sales consistent by utilizing our digital platform, like having third-party service vendors and our online ordering platform.
see, that's a good thing about being a millennial. We know how to like use the technology, although it has advanced. I mean, but
It
geez,
has.
but yeah, that's a good start. So, where can you order the wings now?
Well, you can download our app on the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can visit our website at spicewing.com and you can place an order at one of our 4 different locations.
Where are we located?
So we got one in Swanee, right in front of the main event off Lawrenceville Swanee Road. There's one in Sugar Hill on Cumming Highway. There's one in Dawsonville if you've ever been in the North Georgia Premium Outlets. And there's one in Loganville in the Kroger Shopping Center off Atlanta Highway.
Okay. Okay. I'm probably need to go soon. I was craving some wings the other day
Yeah.
because we were talking about this, and I was like, "Why am I craving wings?" Because now I know. Okay. Okay. So diving a little into like culture, especially with us, like both being like a first generation Indian and seeing our parents grow up in business. Do you feel like this kind of molded your path into wanting to do this? And do you feel like this fits a stereotype for being an Indian?
I guess as far as like a stereotype, maybe going into business might be the stereotypical thing. But yeah, I guess my parents kind of helped shape the way I am because, they came to this country with not that much and they grew up working in their family's businesses and, eventually saved up their own money to open their own business. And I learned by just watching, I used to go with my parents to work all the time. I used to help them out and I've seen how hard they work and how much they've struggled and sacrificed just for me and my sister. So I guess a part of that, it kind of like stuck with me because I like the fact that they're in control of their own destiny. They work for themselves and they're doing their own thing on their own terms. And at a young age, I couldn't get that out of my mind. So when I was going to college, I honestly wasn't sure what I was going to do. Like my first 2 years, I was kind of just like, damn, like, what
Why
do
not
I
a doctor, Jesal?
do? Well, to be honest, I didn't want to be that. To me, that's the typical Indian
Right.
stereotype. Go into IT, become a doctor, and those things were just not that interesting to me. Like I can't sit down and look at that stuff and just find any joy out of it.
Literally.
But when it came to business, like the one thing I did like about it is that there's never ending opportunities. There, like you can literally do whatever you want in any kind of field, but choosing it was kind of hard. Of course, I was surrounded by some very good peers of mine and stuff that helped guide me along the way. And next thing halfway, I think like 2, 3 years into college, that's kind of when spicing was starting up. So, I had my sights ahead of me and I was like, you know what, I'm
Side
gonna stick
hustle.
with it. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep going with it. And I've so far it's been a great ride and I can't wait to see where it goes more in the future.
I know, I'm excited. We love wings, especially in Atlanta, guys. That is
Hey, Atlanta's the capital of chicken wings.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like growing up, my dad also had a business, so I only saw them working for themselves. So I feel like working for other people, I was able to observe how other people ran businesses and how to
Yeah.
work with people. But I feel like business has always been like in my blood. I've never felt like I would want to work for somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean like there's nothing wrong with working for anybody, but it's kind of how you feel, right? Or like what do you want to do? Like there's nothing wrong with going and working your typical 9 to 5, but as long as you love what you do, that's the most important part. If you don't, then I think you're in the wrong field, or maybe you just need to go and do something else. Like you need to try something else out.
That's what I love about millennials though, because I feel like we're fine. What we're doing is like we're taking like our talents and we're either
Mhm.
collaborating with people or we're taking them and we're making money. Like the amount of people that have found a way to make money during the pandemic. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it
Even
is
like
crazy.
OnlyFans, like that. I mean, that really jumped. Don't get me wrong, that really jumped. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I guess being cooped up in the house, you had nothing to do but try to find a way to make some money or do something. Like
and
people were getting bored just sitting in the
I
house all day.
right. So, like, what's your typical day? Because you're still working, right?
Yeah, I'm still working. I actually did not stop working throughout the whole pandemic. The thing that I did do the most was I actually started working a lot more because with COVID being such a, big threat to everybody around you, you have to take the correct safety precautions like wearing a mask, social distancing, and always practicing correct hygiene. One thing in a restaurant, you're supposed to always do that. Like come in groomed, always wash your hands whenever you do something, wear gloves, have a mask, all that stuff. So like things like that were already kind of normal. The mask was a little bit of an addition, but it's
Yeah.
something we have to do, right? Like to help protect everybody around us and to keep conducting business. It's just stuff you got to do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta wear a mask. That's gonna be like
Yeah,
the new thing.
it's the new norm, but I think with time, like it'll eventually calm down and everything will get better. I mean, with the vaccine coming out, I think there's a lot of positivity going on in our society that things are actually on the right track to getting better, and we can go back to how things were, businesses reopening, schools staying open, because no matter what it was, these things have taken a toll on us people, because I don't think it's good for anybody to just sit at home all the time. Like I'm the kind of person that I like to keep myself busy, because my normal day is, wake up around like 7, 8 o'clock, have my breakfast, check my emails, do whatever I gotta do. Then I'll go do my inspections at any of our locations in the area. And then I'll just go check on our individual stores, see if they need anything. Maybe our franchisee needs something, or just see how everything's going, especially in a time like this. You want to make sure everybody's, you know, okay, because nobody feels right with what's happened in the past year. So about my day, like I just, I go do my inspections. If I have to, I'll go run a shift at one of the locations if they need help,
Hmm.
make sure everything's working smoothly, and then just go about the rest of my day, just checking in with everybody. It's not a whole lot of work, but when the pandemic did start, I was working a lot. I was sitting in a store making sure everything was okay because I know when people, the second they see something that might seem wrong, it needs to be fixed. And I'm the kind of guy that likes to just be there and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say. Like going to school together, like you were always working. Like if you weren't at
Yeah.
school, you were working.
I mean, yeah, if I wasn't at school, I definitely was working. I was more interested in trying to make money and save up for the rest of my future rather than, going out, having fun. Now, I did have my fair share of fun. I can't say that I didn't. College was fun, but, at the same time, if you're gonna play, you gotta work hard just
Work
as much
hard.
as you play. So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that. So I guess I want to ask, like, what do you think sets your Spice Wing aside from other competitors, especially with Atlanta being like the capital of wings?
Well, one thing that does definitely set us apart is as far as our menu goes, we have four different kinds of fries. We got straight, waffle, curly, and wedge. And you can get different seasonings on it. You can either mix it up or just get one or the other. You can get like Cajun, lemon pepper, garlic parm, with just salt and pepper. We have chicken and waffles. We just entered the chicken sandwich wars not that long ago. So you guys got to come and try our chicken sandwich.
Mm,
And another thing is that when we started Spice Wing, we wanted to be millennial friendly. We wanted to be very easy to operate. From going to a lot of other restaurants and having restaurant experience in our backgrounds, we
mhm.
learned a lot of things along the way before starting this, knowing that, potential franchisees don't want to work too much. They want to have low labor, not too many employees. Because if you go to a lot of other fast casual restaurants or fast food places,
Yeah,
their team members range from like 10 to 20 people,
right.
whereas Bicycling is more of like a 5 to 10 kind of group of people. And the opportunities are endless because it's so easy to operate that for somebody who would want to own their own business, such as Spiceling, it creates a little bit of a easy workload. Now, because a lot of other restaurants, they have a lot of prep, a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of money that goes into it.
Uh-huh.
And not everybody's looking for something like that. Some people are just looking to start out small at first and grow from there within their means. And I think that's one thing that's very good about Spiceling. And not only that, we do have co-branding opportunities available that are with our holding company, Pivotal Growth Partners. They're our developing firm that works with emerging brands like ourselves and basically help grow Spiceling up in other areas that we can't reach. And so the best part about that is that, us being millennial friendly, like originally when we started, we wanted to inspire other millennials to join and become an entrepreneur because we don't see very many people around this age starting their own businesses or doing anything. That's kind of stuff that, especially in our Indian community, our parents did. They were business owners and not very many of us wanted to follow in their
Oh,
footsteps. But the
right.
few that do, we want to hope that we can continue to inspire other millennials around our age group to actually forge their own path and become an entrepreneur. And we thought, Spice Wing is a great way to pave that way. It's not your typical restaurant. It's low labor, low overhead, and
Who doesn't like
it's
wings?
yeah, who doesn't like wings?
Right.
And with different co-branding opportunities available in our system, the opportunities are endless for you to grow and build your career.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, the
We,
magazine industry is too a little hard. But I feel like virtual events have done a lot. Like they've done
it's
some.
the new norm.
Yeah, it is the new norm. Like
It's
you
the new
can hop
norm.
onto the conversation. Yeah, so that's crazy. But well, so do you feel like there's anything else we want to say about like Spice Wing?
Well, for anybody that's watching, if you are interested and you're not sure, you just want a little more information, but you want to learn more about our brand and the other brands we work with, you should give me an email or a call at 404-934-7674 or shoot me an email at jpandia@spicewing.com. I can get you invited to one of our monthly discovery days, and you can come meet everybody and learn more about our brand, and you can network with other potential franchisees.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, guys, this wraps up our interview with Jesal Pandya as a millennial entrepreneur.
Thanks
Um,
for having me.
right. And we will see you guys soon.
All right.